Australia has had some incredible artists. We, in the old days, obviously suffered the tyranny of distance and we didn't have the internet. Well, the biggest problem sitting right here, and that is the fucking government. It's straight out. I'm a Labor man. Who cares about politics? There's a new government in place, and it hasn't been, I've done some facts for a change here, which I'm not renowned for, and I'm ready for this question, and I'm revved up about this question.
Let's do it. Let's do it right now.
Okay. The Australian government, I guess, look, what Paul Keating did for the arts is, for you youngsters that aren't here, he's got a program, he's never written a book. Nice bloke, I don't want to do a book. He's got 4 shows coming up. If you haven't watched the first one, watch this bloke. This was one of the greatest prime ministers we've ever had, and he wrote The Creative Nation. When I grew up in Australia, the import car was the rage, the import clothes and the import record shop. Now, that changed. People got proud. We're a great country. Most livable city in the world. Whatever the fuck, who cares what the shit is? If you want to support artists, you need money. We're a long way away. I've just read an article, which I told you to read, I'm sure you have, in Billboard, about Ontario, the state of Ontario, not the whole of Canada. They've just put $15 million up a year for 3 years. This is separate to all their initiatives about local music, how they've got it all broken up much differently, way of content performance, which I'm still a big believer of. Anyone that tells you radio should be free and television, all these people should be free from Australian content and let them have the choice, it's bullshit. Australia has to support its own. What do we want to end up with music? Woolworths and Coles? Truly, it's a big, big issue. The music business now isn't what it was when I started. It's big business. It's bringing billions of dollars in. Surveys have been done by big accountancy firms. Now, these politicians aren't blind. The Liberal Party are in and they're in. Now, if they want to make a big statement, I know what Peter and Patrick and everyone are going through trying to get to Bob to help the things going on here. Now, we're supposed to be the headquarters of it. I'm talking locally and federally. The amount of money being put in Canada over the last 15, 20 years in music is absolutely phenomenal. And look at the success of Canadian artists. When I first started, there was maybe 2 of them, seriously. We have the talent. I know the drones and a lot of artists like that are getting small amounts to tour overseas. I know the guys on the Australian Council are doing a good job. They've got a budget of $5 million. Now, the $15 million that I'm talking about per year, don't do that, it's irritating. The $15 million a year is seriously outside of all these other monies that are being given. Now, it's been written about the money. Most of us pay our taxes, or, you know, you've got 2 partners in life, your wife and the tax department, I say. But there is so much money being generated. Then you get to the international acts. Now, here I am, one of the biggest promoters of Australia. I think it is a disgrace that there's not an Australian artist even for 15 minutes on before every fucking performance of any international act. I don't care. No, it's true. Now, I have trouble with my own staff. Now, if there's no... What the hell did Peter Garrett do going to politics? Fucked up a great band and fucked up his life. No, truly. I'd love to see Benoit back together. I was shattered when he went in. I thought that things like this would be done. It's not brain surgery. Now, leaving the supports aside, you look at all these artists coming in, and there's way too many coming in. And I'm not saying don't come. It's great that we've got so much on offer. Agents and all around the world expect us to do as many people with a lot of acts in Melbourne and Sydney as they do in London, New York or in LA. Now, get a grip. Some acts it does happen, but I mean, you know, it's just so much income coming in, and yet those people are paying taxes as well locally. It's just a joke, and it needs... I'm so happy that Matt's getting so involved with the companies, because over the next few years, I figure the last thing I could do, this business has been good for me and I've loved it. This city's been my city. Good name, Skyhook song that was. And truly, if with the people that have worked through the system, because I'm not the most patient, and we're not going to go into Parliament House like Guy Fawkes tonight, but I'd love to. But we need to get together and spell it out. I don't mind highbrow. You won't see me at the opera and the classicals and all that. Keep giving them all that money. That's great. I don't give a stuff. But let's look at what income's coming in with what we're doing here, so that artists, when they've got the opportunity, can just go bang and be over there on tour. These artists make success. The taxes are going to come back. It's really bugging me, and I'm not going to take half the time I've got here to talk about it. But I've got to tell you, the thing in Ontario, you've read it, you would have got a shock. It's just criminal that you have a march, you see that many people involved, you get these surveys done that show how many people are being employed, how many people can be employed behind the scenes, which is something else that I'm very interested in, because, you know, the future of our business is there needs to be more great managers, there needs to be more great agents, there needs to be more people. Being a roadie, it's not a joke anymore, you know, it's a serious commitment. But what I've found in life is, whatever job you're going to do, if it's a job you enjoy, you've got much better chance of doing it better and enjoying life, and that sums it up. But I won't keep going on about the government, but I've opened the door because I'm sure there'll be some journalists here and it'll make the paper, and I don't care what party's in, I don't care what I have to do, I don't care what march I have to get, I don't care how many of our artists I have to get, I don't mind spending my own money if they make me, to do every kind of report they want stuck in front of them. But our artists need government support because they're good enough and they should be. The Australian invasion, please give me that before I die. That's all I ask.
Thanks, Michael. That was a real get out of the way moment.